Hello teacher, this is my work, Consequence of Climate Change. My name is Ruth Karina Santa Cruz Duarte. Consequence of climate change. Climate change affects all regions around the world. Polar ice sheets are melting and the sea is rising. In some regions, extreme weather events and rainfall are becoming more common while others are experiencing more extreme heat waves and droughts. We need climate action now, or these impacts will only intensify. Climate change is a very serious threat, and its consequences impact many different aspects of our life. Natural consequences. Number 1. High temperatures. The climate crisis has increased the average global temperature and is leading to more frequent high-temperature extremes, such as heat waves. High temperature can cause increased mortality, reduce productivity, and damage to infrastructure. Number 2. Availability of fresh water. As the climate heats up, rainfall patterns change, evaporation increases, glaciers melt, and sea levels rise. All these factors affect the availability of fresh water. Number 3. Biodiversity. Climate change is happening so fast that many plants and animal species are struggling to cope. There is clear evidence now to biodiversity is already responding to climate change and will continue to do so. Number 4. Soils. Climate change may aggravate erosion, decline in organic matter, salinization, soil biodiversity loss, landslides, desertification, and flooding. Social threats. Number 1. Health. Increases in summer heat-related mortality and morbidity. Decrease in winter cold-related mortality and morbidity. Increase in the risk of accident and impacts on wider well-being from extreme weather events. Change in the impact of diseases from vector, rodent, water, or foodborne disease. Change in the seasonal distribution of some adjourning pollen species, range of virus, pests, and disease distribution. Number 2. Vulnerable population. People living in low-income urban areas with poor infrastructure and, generally speaking, population growth with lower incomes and assets are more exposed to climate impact but have less capacity to face them. Number 3. Employment. Climate change may affect workforce availability due to a decrease in the health condition of the population and additional occupational health constraints. High temperature at work, more frequent and intense natural hazards keeping people from reaching their workplace. Moreover, several economic sectors are highly vulnerable because of their dependence on regular climate conditions. Sectoral production shifts in agriculture and tourism, for instance, are expected as a consequence of climate change. Increase of business. Energy. More intense and frequent heat waves will shift energy supply and demand patterns, often in opposite directions. Forest increases in temperature and droughts might limit the availability of cooling water for thermal power generation in summer, whereas demand for air conditioning will increase. Tourism. The economic consequence of climate change for regions where tourism is important can be substantial. Projected reduction is now covered by negatively affect the wider sport industry in many regions. Agriculture. Climate change and climate variability are projected to have a substantial effect on agricultural production, but regarding crops yields and the location where different crops can be grown. Thank you.